Inside a silent courtroom in Flagstaff, Kody Brown stands alone, hands clenched, sweat on his palms, eyes darting between the women who once called themselves his wives. Across the room, Christine, Janelle, and Meri sit stiffly, each with their own lawyer. No one makes eye contact. Robyn doesn't even show up. After years of building a public image of faith and family, it all begins to unravel when one of the children takes the stand, and what he says threatens to destroy everything Kody has left. This case isn't about divorce. It's about deception, emotional abuse, and a secret bank account none of the wives knew existed. If you think you know the Brown family, you've never seen them like this. Stay right here, because this story goes far beyond any episode of Sister Wives. It's the spring of. The Browns have avoided cameras for months. TLC stopped production without warning. No one knew why. Until now, Christine is the first to file. She claims Kody used their shared family trust to secretly fund the newly formed legal marriage with Robyn. She accuses him of misappropriating funds meant for the kids' college tuition, medical care, and property taxes. She's not suing for custody or spousal support. She's suing for justice. Inside the courtroom, there's no audience, no cameras, but outside, hundreds wait. Protesters, fans, media vans, all of them hungry for answers. Janelle arrives next, wearing a simple gray suit, no makeup and cold, clear determination. She walks in without pausing for interviews. Meri appears after her, silent, older, stoic. Together they join Christine, not just as co-plaintiffs, but as witnesses to a truth they say is long overdue. They present texts, handwritten journals, video clips from family meetings not aired on TV. What starts as a legal dispute becomes a full examination of manipulation, gaslighting, and public deception. And at the center of it all is a deal Kody allegedly signed in, behind every wife's back. So what did Robyn know, and when? We're about to find out. But first, if you're watching this now and you've followed all seasons of Sister Wives, I want to hear what you think. Are you on Kody's side or has he gone too far? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading all of them. It all starts with the rewritten will. Christine says she found it by accident. She was packing old papers when she saw a stapled document dated. It wasn't signed yet. But the final version, according to her lawyer, matched the public trust registered in Nevada's court records. This will restructure everything, ownership of the family's assets, property in Coyote Pass, even the flagstone necklaces the wives once wore. The trust named Robyn as sole executor. It also stripped Christine, Janelle, and Meri of any legal claims to shared property. Christine had a meltdown, screaming at walls. She says she confronted Kody that night, but he denied everything. She took photos. She started collecting evidence quietly for 5 years. Why the delay? Because she says she was afraid of one thing, losing her kids to the legal system. Not physically, but emotionally. Kody never cared about being a father, she tells the court. He cared about being a leader. There's a difference. The betrayal was not in those papers. It was in his smile, the way he'd say I love you as if everything was fine. And we all believed him. Have you ever trusted someone so much that when they finally lie to your face, you start questioning your own mind? The courtroom listens. No one speaks. Even Kody stays silent. He whispers to his lawyer, who makes no objections. Then the first shock hits. Janelle steps up and places one item on the evidence table, a laptop, not Christine's, his. She says she took it the night Kody lost his temper and threw her suitcase into the snow. It was unlocked. She copied everything, emails, screenshots, encrypted documents. It reveals a chain of bank transfers totaling more than $. The destination? A private bank account created under the name Family Leadership Holdings. Registered to one person, Kody W. Brown. I worked. I supported this family. Janelle's voice cracks. I had no idea he was funneling family money into something we never agreed to. While I was living in an RV on the land we couldn't afford to build on, the truth you think you're holding, it's nothing compared to what's coming next, keep watching. The judge pauses proceedings, the opposing lawyer tries to question the legality of the laptop evidence, but it's too late. The jury, made up entirely of citizens from the Flagstaff area, has already seen the impact. One of them, a middle-aged mother in a floral blouse, holds her mouth in her fist. Another juror shakes their head slowly. Now comes Meri. She takes the stand quietly, places her hand on the Bible, and swears to the truth. She doesn't cry. Meri has cried enough. She reveals that her marriage to Kody didn't end with the legal divorce. It truly ended the night she found receipts of hotel bookings, not for himself, not for Robyn, for her. But the rooms were never used. He booked them to make it look like he still spent time with her, sent her fake text messages, stage dates, which he never showed up to, all while filming reunion episodes where they posed as working on it. Why? Because, she says, production needed all 4 wives to sell the image, and he agreed Meri was paid to lie. To pretend she still had a place in his life. This wasn't just deception, it was emotional defrauding. The court goes silent again. Kody frowns for the first time, his hands finally stop shaking. Instead he leans forward, calm, cold, and says 5 words. That's not how it happened. Every word you've heard so far, it's all the tip of something much darker. A.M. Court resumes. Rain hits the windows in a constant drumming rhythm. Everyone is seated, but no one is relaxed. Christine stares ahead with dead focus. Janelle whispers something to her lawyer. Meri fidgets with a ring on her right hand, the one she started wearing after separating from Kody. The 3 women don't speak now, but they move like a unit. They've been quiet for years, but this time they came with an agenda. Kody walks in minutes late. Light blue shirt, polished boots, no jacket. His face is unreadable. He ignores the women, doesn't acknowledge the judge. A few jurors pick up on it. His defense attorney leans over to whisper something, but Kody doesn't respond. He's here, physically, but mentally, you can feel it. Kody's in a whole other world. Today's testimony begins with a surprise witness. The bailiff opens the side door, and in walks Gabriel, Janelle's son, tall, serious hair cut short. The courtroom shifts, even the judge sits forward slightly. Gabriel hasn't spoken out in years, not publicly, not on social media, not on air. He takes the stand and places his hand on the Bible. The court clerk asks, "Do you promise to tell the truth?" "I do." And then silence. Because when the lawyer begins questioning him, Gabriel gives one answer and one answer only. "Ask my father why he didn't come to my birthday." The room freezes. Kody exhales, eyes narrowing. He knows exactly what this is about. Gabriel wasn't called to testify about money. That's not why he's here. He's here to testify about abandonment. Stop for a second, because if you think this is just about hurt feelings, you haven't been paying attention. Gabriel isn't talking about a missed cake. He's talking about a split so deep it shattered the family's foundation. Gabriel starts listing dates: November th, January th, March th, all birthdays, all ignored. A pattern started right around the time Kody and Robyn implemented strict COVID protocols that only their kids obeyed. Christine's kids were cut off. Janelle's kids were labeled rebellious. According to Gabriel, it wasn't about safety, it was about control. He recounts calling Kody, begging him, pleading, "Can you please just come for dinner?" Kody said he'd think about it, then blocked his number 2 days later. The courtroom can't breathe. This isn't about who left who. It's about a father who forgot he had more than one family. Kody's lawyer objects to the emotional line of questioning, but the judge allows it for one reason. Christine's legal team submitted phone records showing over missed calls from his own children dating back 3 years. No replies. This isn't just bad parenting. They're framing it as emotional abandonment and coercive control, terms slowly making their way into legal cases across the country. Then the prosecutor asks Gabriel one last question. "When did you stop loving your dad?" He doesn't hesitate. The night I realized he didn't love me back, and that right there, that statement will live in every juror's mind for the rest of this case. Next, Robyn. Finally, her name is called. She's not in the courtroom. She's refused to set foot in it since day one, but the court enforces a written subpoena and Robyn is attending via video. She appears on screen wearing black. Hair down, clean-faced, her voice trembles as she speaks. I did not know about the trust, she says. I didn't ask him to name me as executor. He told me it was for protection. Now the court leans in because Janelle's cross-examination attorney knows what viewers don't. Robyn did know, and they have emails. Dated and printed. One is from her to the family financial advisor and late. It reads clearly. Let me know if the trust adjustment went through. I want the kids' portion included once we relocate before we file taxes. That line, the kids' portion, triggers emotional shock through the courtroom.